Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Gorlock Sports Network. My name is Kellen Furmanak, and I am joined by
Matt Rumping.
And it's Game 3 of the Webster Invitational as your Webster University Gorlocks are set to face off against the La Crosse Eagles, with A.J. Levy leading things off. Carter Hunt on the mound, and we are underway here at Arsenal BG Ballpark. So, Matt, what are we thinking about today's matchup?
You know, we have two teams that had great seasons last year, both teams making it to the regional final in their division, ultimately losing, as that's a deep drive out towards center field. Theodore ranges over and makes the catch for the first out of the game. But as I was saying, both teams lost in the regional final to their respective opponents and looking to come back and make things right this year. Both had slow starts. Webster currently 3-7. University of Wisconsin La Crosse 0-1 to start the year. And this could be a nice game for both teams trying to get back into the swing of things.
Absolutely. As you mentioned there, Levy, first pitch swing and another first pitch swing, and that one's up Broadway for a base hit. Rowan keeping his hot streak going, batted 3 for 4 yesterday. Takes a hack at the first one he sees and finds a good spot. Center fielder A.J. Levy, major league debut, but his collegiate debut. Up next will be Luke Walton, the first baseman for the Eagles. What's so dangerous, too, we talked about it yesterday, a lot of lefties in these lineups, La Crosse especially. You see Walton on that left side, the lefty on righty matchup, with Rowan over at first. He's pulling over a wheel, leaving a pretty open gap on that right side. Wroblewski talking with his pitcher. Nick batted out of the DH spot yesterday, trading off with Dalton Groves. The 1-0 to Walton. Inside. It's a bit colder this afternoon than yesterday. Looking at mid-70s yesterday afternoon, but today it's only going to get colder here in East St. Louis. Wind still blowing back, this time blowing out from right field. As the runner takes off, Carter somehow gloves it, toss it to, throw to first. What a fantastic play. A 1-6-3 double play for a 1-2-3 inning for Carter Hunt. We head to the bottom of the first, score 0-0. Underway for the bottom of the first. Leading things off for the Gorlocks will be James Theodore. Third team all-region selection last year. Had an excellent season at the plate. As he takes one high. Also swiped 38 bags. Only getting caught twice, so he's not a man you want to see on the pads if you're the Eagles. He grounds one to the left side, and nice play by the hot corner. Throw to first, and a great pick at one. Great work all around. Charlie Rowan at third, making a fantastic diving stop after creeping in. And Walton finishing it off at first. Following Theodore will be Ryan Hartz. Hartz yesterday 3 for 4 with an RBI. He takes a big hack at that first pitch. Tips it into the glove. Going near the knees. It's a very good chance today could be a pitcher's matchup. A.J. Curtis making his season debut last year. 56 innings pitched to the tune of a 3.83 ERA, 44 punch-outs, obtaining WIAC Newcomer of the Year honors in such a tough conference, too. Meanwhile, Carter Hunt, first-team All-Conference in the SLAC last year, has had a good start to this season. Over 50 innings, 3.4 ERAs. There's an easy looper to short, and there's 2 away. Next up to the plate, Nick Wroblewski, trying to keep this inning going for Webster. First one finds the inside part of the plate. Swing and a miss down low. Curtis, 1 strike away from taking care of the side. No one on, 2 outs. The delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 up, 3 down for both teams. As we move into the second inning, score remains 0-0. A gloomy day, but the game continues. To the second we go as Ramos watches the first one in there for a strike. Ramos yesterday 1 for 4, but some nice defensive plays at second. Holding that same spot this afternoon as he finds the gap on the left side of the infield. It's another base hit for the Eagles. as they have their leadoff man aboard. Next up, Keegan Fleshman at the plate. First pitch taken low and away. Saw the wind blowing in from the batter's eye in center field yesterday. Now blowing out from right, so still not helping the hitters. The 1-0 big hack tipped into the mitt. Pickoff attempt, no dice. Webster debuting the Baby Blues at home. Talking about earlier, the look of them. I personally like them. I'm not sure about you, but I'll tell you, if I could change one thing, I think you need to add some yellow in there.
You know, yeah, when you think of Webster University, you think of blue and yellow, and there's no yellow to be seen on these jerseys. But personally, for me, I like the white numbers. I wish the blue was a little bit lighter, a little bit kind of like the Cardinals blue jerseys. I love those things.
1-1 finds the zone. I definitely compare it to a sky blue, but not today.
Yeah, definitely not today.
The 1-2 to the shortstop. Pickoff, really keeping Ramos honest at first. Try it again, overhand, no. 72 off speed. Just unable to find the zone. Count's brought to 2 apiece. Ramos not staying far off first. Just a few strides. Hit down the line, just foul. So Keegan stays alive. We saw a few base hits down the right field line yesterday. It's always so tough with our right fielder because you do not have much space in the corner, and you always got to worry about if it hits the bench over at the bullpen. Fleischman watches one high, and now it's full. One man on, no outs. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Throw down to second, and he's got him. A strike him out, throw him out, double play for Carter Hunt and Nick Wroblewski. So far, the Eagles have had 2 base runners, and both of them retired on a double play. And now Palm, with a clean slate, steps up, pops the first one out of play. Palm making his season debut with the Eagles. However, down the count, 0-2. Going to have to battle back. Here's the pitch. That one hit a long way to right field, going back to the track at the wall, and it's gone. A solo shot from Andrew Palm opens up the scoring.
And Kellen, 99 off the bat. That thing was smoked out there to right center.
against the wind as well. It did not matter. A laser from Andrew Palm gets things started for the Eagles as the baton is passed off to Sean Riley. In the 0-2 count as well. He saw his pitch. Going to the backstop. Hunt down the count, 2-0. The 6, 7, 8 of the Eagles lineup all making their season debuts today as Riley takes a big hack. Riley playing out in right field. A good eye away as he brings it to a hitter's count. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. Hunt staying in this AB. The count is brought to full. No one on, 2 outs. The payoff. Off the handle of the bat, should be playable, and it is. Caught in foul ground, but the damage has been done. A solo shot from Andrew Palm opens up the scoring as we head to the bottom of the second. Crosse leads 1-0. The Gorlocks playing catch up early. In the bottom of the second, Mosier leading things off for Webster. Talked about a few key players missing from the Eagles lineup, but Webster missing some key pieces of their own. Lost Evan Evola, Carl Peters, RJ LaRocco on a graduation. There's been a lot of holes to fill. So it's really just a learning process for BK, trying to figure out who to place where. The 1-2 to Adam. Swing and a miss, strike 3. All 3 of those mentioned earned first team all-conference honors for the SLIAC. Peters and Peters, second team all-region. Evola, first team. As Gross fouls the first pitch back. Dalton drove in 3 runs yesterday. So he takes one down the gut for a strike. 92 on the fastball from Curtis. The 0-2. Taken high. Dalton also goes down swinging. Back-to-back punch-outs for A.J. Curtis, and there's 2 away. Curtis last season, 44 punch-outs over 56 innings. Already well ahead of his average on this game. A high cut. And Will's going to have to do some work here. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 up, 3 down as A.J. Curtis strikes out the side as we head to the top of the 3rd. Score remains 1-0 Lacrosse. It'll be the 8-9-1 to start the inning off for Lacrosse. Carter into his 3rd inning of work as he finds the zone on the first pitch. 71 off speed. The 0-1 fouled off. Last year, the Eagles had 10 qualified hitters with over 300 batting average. The team batting average of 327. As well, a team 3-4-5 slash line to go with it. However, none of the players in the lineup today had over 100 ABs last season. We lost a lot of key players. George Seaman, the main man, batting .366, slugging .683 on the year, 16 homers, receiving all WIAC honors. As Schmidt hits one the other way down the line, but it'll be to the bullpen. And it's on the bench. Wow, I've never seen that before.
It went under the bench and bounced through it, and it looks like it's stuck in between the backing and the seat of the bench. Couldn't even do that again if you tried a million times.
Count it 2 apiece for Evan. He drills one to left center. Theodore a long run to the track, and it's over his head and off the wall. Schmidt racing into second. He'll hold up there, and the Eagles start the inning with an extra base hit.
What a way to make your season debut, Kellen. 100 off the bat, going dead center, and gets himself extra bases out of it.
Next up to the plate out of the 9-hole will be Chris Calico. Not just his season debut, but his collegiate debut as well. The freshman getting things started for La Crosse. Next up to the plate, Chris Calico. First pitch will be in there for a strike. Calico yesterday batted out of the 2-hole. Was unable to record a hit. Now comes up to the plate. No outs. Man in scoring position. As he drills one into center. Another long run for Theodore. But this one's playable as he makes a nice running catch. Tagging up from second is Schmidt. And he'll hold up at 3. So now the second run for the Eagles just 90 feet away. A.J. Levy stepping up to try to score him. You can see the Gorlocks all playing in on the grass. First pitch fouled. The Crosse players swinging at a lot of these first pitches from Hunt. A lot of them making contact. Slow chopper right to Carter. Pump fake to third. Throw to first, but just able to keep his foot on the bag as wheeled. Nice play at 1. So he holds Schmidt up at third. There's 2 gone. So you head back to the top of the line, or excuse me, it's up to the 2-hole now with Charlie Rowan. Rowan recorded a hit in his first at-bat, 4 for 5 on the weekend. Just one low and away, but finds the zone. Sharp grounder to short, should be doable. Throw to 1, wheeled, can't stay on the bag. And it's a second run for La Crosse as an arrived throw from Pelliser takes Wheelt off. Some good wheels by Rowan, though. Will be called an error against Webster. So now it's 2-0 La Crosse. And the inning is not over. Because up next is Luke Walton. It was a tough play. Saw on the board is 100 off the bat. Pelliser just trying to get that throw across, knowing the speedy Rowan racing down the line. Walton down the count, 0-2, trying to extend this inning. The pitch, up high, throw down, no one's covering second. That one goes into the outfield. Now going into third, play at 3, and there's no tag. A disaster in the infield from the Gorlocks. As Rowan on a delayed steal manages to find himself at third. The second run of the inning, now just 90 feet away once again. Walton still having to battle in the count. The 1-2. Downstairs. Now 2's across the board. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gorlocks escape a jam, however, La Crosse tacks on another as we head to the bottom of the third. Score now 2-0 La Crosse. To the bottom of the frame we go. Reed Hippus leading things off for Webster. As Curtis tries to take care of the Gorloks order in order. Facing the 7-8-9, starting with Reed Hippus. Second pitch, ground to the left side, and he won't do it as Reed sends one into left. In the first hit of the game for Webster. And the Gorloks have a leadoff man aboard. Second man up, Jacob Charleston. Charleston yesterday unable to record a hit, but he gets hit by a pitch. First one near the hands. We'll see if he's all right. Being checked out by the trainers in BK. And he'll take his trip to first. So a hit by pitch puts men on first and second. It looks like we're having a discussion between the Crosse staff and the umps. We'll see if the call remains the same. So we have another discussion between the umping crew. There we go, Brandon Trisell coming up to the plate, replacing Pelliser before he even gets in that bat. Pelliser committing the error last inning. Looks like he got pulled by BK. First pitch showing bunt. It's a beauty. Only play will be at one. If that, there will be a bunt single for Braden. Puts ducks on the pond for James Theodore.
That was a perfectly executed bunt there, Kellen. Just in the correct spot. Trisell's got some wheels on him, and he's able to load the bases for the leadoff hitter.
A great spot for Webster. No outs, top of the order. Bases juiced. We'll see how the Eagles play this one. Obviously, right after Theodore, you have Ryan Hartz, who went 3 for 4 yesterday. Had an excellent day at the plate. Yesterday was a heartbreaking loss for La Crosse, facing off against North Park in their season opener. Scored 1 run in the first, but were held scoreless by the Vikings the rest of the match. In the top of the 8th, North Park, a 2-out, 2 RBI double sealed the deal. say this because it was the first inning where the Eagles used a man from the bullpen. You got to wonder how far Curtis will go this afternoon, as there's a grounder over to short. Could be a double play. Toss to throw to one. Could not be picked. So a fielder's choice at 2 scores the first run of the game for the Gorlocks. And now with men on the corners, up steps Ryan Hartz.
Now batting, number 27,
You got to think with Theodore on first, try and prevent the double play by Semin.
We'll see if they try to hold Theodore at 1. Likely the scariest runner of any player in this Webster Invitational. You can see third baseman Charlie Rowan creeping in really close on that left side, trying to prevent the bunt. Gorlocks had 3 sacrifice bunts yesterday. You see Hart showing it right now. Pulling everyone off, and it hits Ryan. Very interesting sequence. Everybody running in. You saw James Theodore taking second free of charge. But nonetheless, he'll have it free as Hart gets hit by the pitch. Once again, Ducks are on the pond, this time for Nick Wroblewski. You see the infield playing double play depth once again. Corners in. First pitch swinging. Gorlocks trying to tie up this game. The 0-1. In there for a strike. Just clipping the outside edge. And Wroblewski's going to have to battle back in the count. The 0-2. Hits him. The third hit by pitch of the inning for A.J. Curtis will bring in another run, and we're all square at 2.
now batting, number 9, Adam Mosier.
And now out of the cleanup spot with only 1 out, Adam Mosier will try to bring in a few more Gorlocks. First pitch taken near the chin. We'll see if they take till they get their first strike. And there is another 4 hit by pitches for A.J. Curtis in the inning. My goodness. Three straight. And 4 on the inning for the sophomore. And we're already seeing some action in the Eagles bullpen. Not what you want to see from your reigning newcomer of the year. And now with the Gorlocks lead, could add some much needed insurance with Dalton Groves. Drove in the most runs of any Gorlock yesterday. And could tack on to that total this afternoon. First pitch, liner down the line, fair. 1 run scores. Another being sent around, and it's bobbled near the bullpen. An easy double for Dalton Groves, and it's 5-1 Gorlocks.
Yeah, that ball was placed beautifully down the line. Rowan at third. Just a little bit too far over. Couldn't quite get to it in time. And then Calico in left didn't see it bounce and stick right by the Gorlocks bullpen. And that allowed another run to come across.
And if Moser wasn't in sliding into third, there's a good chance he could have taken home with how it ricocheted in the open bullpen. spelled trouble for left fielder Chris Calico. You see the Eagles infield all playing in, trying to cut down Adam at home. Here's the 1-0 to Wielt. Takes it inside. The 2-0. Another one in. Let's see if he has the green light. Open base at first. The 3-0. In there, so it looks like Curtis wants a fight with Wielt. Count still in Ethan's favor. The 3-1. Also in there. From 3-0 to full. Men on second and third, one out. Curtis stepping off. Already 4 hit by pitches on the inning. Can't risk a fifth. The payoff. Looper, catch, and a double play at second. We'll get the Eagles out of a tight jam. However, the damage has been done. The Gorlocks put up a crooked number in the third, setting up a 5 spot. So they hold the lead now 5-2. We'll be right back for the fourth. To the fourth, and now Lacrosse for the first time this match playing catch-up after a 5 spot put up by the Gorlocks. Ramos will step up first against Hunt. We're seeing the Eagles already putting some guys in the pen, so we'll see how long Curtis's day goes. The Gorlocks have to worry about this Lacrosse lineup. Ramos up 3-0. Thought he'd take his base on 4 pitches instead. Back in the box with a hitter's count. And now he'll take it on 5 pitches. The Eagles will have a leadoff man on. Fleischman up next. That one drilled to left field, And that'll get down and go all the way to the wall. Ramos racing for third. He'll hold up there. And it's a double for Keegan Fleischman. 102 off the bat. My goodness. And we'll have a mound visit on the Webster side. Now stepping up to the plate, Andrew Palm hit a homer out to right his first time up. And now representing the tying run here in the fourth. First pitch low and away. Do have an open base at first, but can't count any of this Eagles lineup out. Evan Schmidt out of the 8-hole. Hit a hard double to center his last time up. The 1-1 to Palm. Curls in there for a strike. The count 1-2 to the catcher. Hunt trying to pick up the first out of this inning. Here's the pitch. Slow chopper to the left side. That'll score a run. And the Eagles get one closer. As the baton is handed off to Sean Riley. Still a man in scoring position for La Crosse. First pitch watching for a strike. Eagles batters have had their feet planted on the off speeds thrown by Carter. Pickoff attempt hits the runner, but doesn't leave the infield. Fleischman able to get back into second. The 0-1. Chopper to left side, foul. Now the count sits at 0-2. Punch out would be big here for Carter. The delivery. Swing and a miss, strike three. Chasing upstairs, and there's two away. The inning not over for Webster, though. Schmidt in his first at-bat struck a hard double to center. First pitch in there for a strike. It's a good chance anything to the outfield. Could score Fleischman on second. He'll be running on the crack of the bat. The 0-1 also in there. The count 0-2 to Evan. Hunt trying to sit down Schmidt for the first time in his collegiate career. The freshman back in at a 1-2 count. The pitch. Swing and tipped in the mid for strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Carter Hunt will end the inning. However, the Eagles able to tack one back as we head into the bottom of the 4th. Score now 5-3 Gorlocks. Gorlocks batted through the order in the last inning. Three Hippis for the second time leading things off. Down the count, 0-2 to Curtis. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 pitches and a punch out for A.J. Curtis.
Number 5, Jacob Charleston.
Up next will be Jacob Charleston. Got hit by a pitch his last at-bat. His last plate appearance, excuse me. First one low and away. Charleston was the first of many to get plunked in the third as he grounds one up the middle. Should be doable. Throw to 1. It's just in time. Nice play at second by Ramos.
Now batting for the Gorlocks, number 40, Braden Trissel.
Braden Trissel. Out of the 9-hole. Came in to replace Pelliser. Got a bunt single in the last inning. And you can see now Charlie Rowan playing in shallow on third base. Not letting that slide again. He takes a swing, pops it up, out of play. Curtis, 1 strike away from 3 up, 3 down. The delivery. Taken high and away. Trissel trying to fight. But he goes down swinging. Throw to first in time, and that'll do it. 1-2-3 for A.J. Curtis. Sends us to the top of the 5th. Score remains 5-3 Webster. Calico will be leading off the fifth. Carter Hunt threw 4 innings. He's given up 3 runs. Some earned, some unearned. The 0-1 fouled off. However, the Eagles in the last 3 innings have put up a 1 spot in the second, third, and fourth. Let's see if they can keep that trend going. The 0-2 to Calico. High. A laser to short and a nice grab by Jacob Charleston, moving over from second. And there's 1 away. Charleston switching positions over to short. Trissel at second. And with 1 gone, they go back to the top of the lineup with A.J. Levy. Does he go around? He does. Nearly clips him on the inside. Still couldn't check his swing. The 1-1, big hack, but no dice. Count 1-2 to the freshman. And a good eye. Stays off it. It looked like Hunt was doing his strikeout trot. Thought he caught him looking instead. It's a 2-2 count. Grounder to the left side. Throw across the diamond is in time. 2 quick outs for Carter. Up now, Charlie Rowan. Rowan's had a solid weekend so far. Trying to extend the 5th. And he'll do just that. Finds the gap on the left side of the infield. 96 off the bat. Next up, Luke Walton. Charlie Rowan now 2 for 3 on the day. Making him 5 for 7 in the Webster Invitational. And again, we're seeing Wield being pulled off being pulled towards the bag, leaving a pretty open spot on the right side of the infield for the lefty Walton. Trissel playing in the grass. The outfield grass, that is. The 1-1. Chopper over to Braden. Throw to first is in time. So the Gorloks stop the scoring streak for La Crosse. As we head to the bottom of the frame, score remains 5-3 Gorloks. It'll be the top of the lineup for the Gorlocks. It's such an interesting play of events going on the first 4 innings. In 3 of the 4 innings, A.J. Curtis has sat down the Gorlocks in order, but in the 3rd, the Gorlocks batted through the order. So now we're back to the top of the lineup with Theodore lining out to first. And there's one away.
Now batting, number 27, Ryan Hartz.
Just really bizarre. When you go 9 up, 9 down through 3 innings. Not through 4 innings, I assume. But then you have to pitch through 9 in the 3rd. But however long Curtis can go, Crosse will take. Still have one more game to play this weekend. His Hart's at the dish. Count is 2-1. Skies one to right field, be out of play. Hart's part of the regionals team last season. Pops this one up on the infield. Wind blowing it in. Played by Ramos.
Now batting, number 8, Nick Wrobluski.
Curtis once again threatening to go 1-2-3. Wrobluski trying to keep the inning alive. First pitch crosses the plate. Another one on the inside swung on. Curtis still sitting low 90s. The count 0-2 on Wrobluski. The pitch in the turf. Lucky that one didn't clip a cleat. The count now 1-2. Fouled right back. Wrobluski staying alive. Yesterday, Wrobluski went 0 for 2, but recorded a sac bunt. Pop up another one on the infield. Instead, coming in from left and make the play is Calico. And that'll end it. Another 3 up, 3 down inning for A.J. Curtis. However, the Gorlocks still hold a 2-run lead heading into the 6th. We'll be right back. Into the 6th, Ramos leading things off for the Eagles. Watch this one curl into the strike zone. Sub 70, going 69 on that pitch. Still have yet to see anybody warming up in the Gorloks bullpen. You have seen some action in the Eagles bullpen, especially during the 3rd, as that one skied into right center. Theodore getting under it, and he makes the catch. Making it look so easy out there. I can't imagine what that ball must look like in the clouds right now. It's a very overcast day here in East St. Louis.
Yeah, it's almost like a perfect match, the colors.
With the wind, too, it's just...
At least the wind is not as bad as it was at the start of the game.
That is
Still
true.
blowing.
Mentioned earlier, it's only going to get colder this afternoon, which is kind of strange, but still not too bad. Should stay above 50. But almost every Gorloks player bundled up one way or another as Fleischman goes down swinging, and there's 2 away. Some of the fans have the right idea, bringing their own blankets.
Mm-hmm. Wish I would have thought of that, or at least I wish I would have thought of wearing pants today.
I've seen some pooches in the ballpark, though. I'm sure they're loving this weather. I know my dog would. Palm skies this one on the infield. Getting under it is Braden, and he's got it. A 1-2-3 inning for Carter Hunt. The Gorloks will try to tack on some insurance in the bottom of the frame. We'll be right back. Adam Mosier to start the 6th, showing bunt, but unable to put it down. Everyone playing back on the cleanup man. The 0-1 just outside. Mosier got hit by a pitch his last time up. The bases loaded. Took one for the team. RBI run bodied in. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Now batting for the Gorloks, number 13, Dalton Rose.
7th strikeout of the game for A.J. Curtis. That one's drilled to the left side of the infield. Throw to first in time. First pitch out for Curtis. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, number 30, Ethan Wheels.
1 awry inning from Curtis. He records another 1-2-3 inning. He cut out the third. He's gone 15 up, 15 down, but unfortunately, a 5-run third has done the damage for Webster. And the Crosse still playing catch up as we head to the top of the 7th. Don't go anywhere. Due up the bottom of the order for La Crosse. The 7-8-9 starting off with Sean Riley. Riley also looking for his first hit on the match. Currently 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout, but up in the count 2-0 against Hunt. He's in his 7th inning of work. There's one tipped into the mitt. The count now 2-1. Fouled off. Into the lot. Carter reels it back. Count 2 apiece. Here's the pitch. Curveball in there, strike 3. Fooled him with the off speed, and there's 1 away. Next up, Evan Schmidt. One of 2 freshmen making their collegiate debut today. This is a sharp grounder to short. Throw to 1, a nice pick by Wield at first. Two quick outs for Carter. Last chance on the inning will be Chris Calico. First one finds the zone. The 0-1. Just low. Seeing our first action in the bullpen for Webster. As Calico gets hit by the pitch. Will take his base and send it back to the top of the lineup with A.J. Levy.
Now batting number 6, A.J. Levy.
A.J. representing the tying run. First pitch in there for a strike. Hunt been very good this afternoon at getting that first pitch in the zone. Runner takes off for second. Failed hit and run as that ball is fouled off. Calico retreats back to first. And the count is 0-2 to the center fielder. Also making his collegiate debut this afternoon. The pitch. Taken well outside. Good eye by the center fielder. Trying to bring in the count. As Carter looking to keep Chris honest at first. The delivery. Runner taken off again, fouled into the Eagles dugout. Wroblewski has already caught one stealing today. Just takes one out for the Gorlocks, though. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Hunt picks up his 7th strikeout of the afternoon. And the score remains 5-3 Gorlocks. We'll be right back after the 7th inning stretch. Gorlocks just 6 outs away as Hippus records a base hit. The first base hit for the Gorlocks outside of the 3rd inning. And his 2nd of the match. It's a good way to get it started.
Now batting number 5, Jacob Charleston.
It's exactly how the 3rd started as well. Put a base hit into left field in the 3rd. And what started a large rally where the Gorlocks batted through the order. Charleston shows bunt, pulls it back, still called a strike. So Coach BK coming out to talk to his player. Crosse has just 2 innings to score at least 2 runs. And we've seen that lineup can do some damage. So the Gorlocks looking for some much-needed insurance here in the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, throw down. Won't be in time. And I can only assume BK told Charleston to swing on anything because that one was a few feet off the plate. However, Reed swipes second, putting himself in scoring position. Corners in on a 2-strike count. The pitch of Charleston. Hit over to short and a misplay. Well, Charleston be safe at first. Hippus advances to third, and there are men on the corners for Brandon Trissell.
Now batting, number 40.
And we'll have another mound visit. Looks like no one's coming in just yet. We are seeing more Eagles run out to the bullpen. If one thing humans are good at recognizing, it's patterns. And in 5 of the 6 innings today, A.J. Curtis has gone 3 up, 3 down. I know I keep talking about it. But in the 3rd inning, Hippus started it out with a base hit. Charleston pursuing as well, and now we're seeing that same rally develop here in the 7th. And you got to wonder, one more batter, will the Eagles change out of Curtis? It may depend on the outcome of this at-bat. Everyone closing in, hit and run, chop to second, no play at home, throw to first is in time as Braden brings in another run, and it's 6-3 Webster. Completely fooling the infield.
James Theodore.
And the inning's still far from over. James Theodore at the plate. Has Charleston over at second. First pitch taken near the cleats. There's a strike. Theodore looking for his first hit of the afternoon. Brought in a run earlier today on a fielder's choice. The 2-1 to James. Ripped foul into the lot. Count standing at 2-all. Even with a 2-strike count, see Rowan creeping in from third base. As Theodore brings the count to full. Man on second. Only one out. Here's the payoff. That one drilled to center, and it'll get down for a base hit. Charleston holds up, waiting for the catch, but he's still able to make it to third. And there are runners on the corners for Ryan Hartz, as we will have a call to the bullpen. Curtis's day is done, going 6 1/3 plus, responsible for the 2 men on. And don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Curtis's day is done. Ryan Hart showing bunt. Facing Lash, tries to put it down, but it'll be foul. Yesterday, Brady Lash played in the match against North Park, not as a pitcher, but as a hitter. Played in left field the entire game, going 1 for 4. And now on the mound, we'll try to clean up a little bit of a mess going on. But a dangerous hitter and Hart's up. Runner taking off, throw down, will be cut off. Charleston at third does not fall for it. And it looks like there will be an intentional walk delivered to Hartz. Giving him that open base. So Nick Wroblewski will step up with the bases loaded. First pitch in there for a strike. Gerlach seeing a southpaw for the first time today. Wroblewski takes a big hack, but no dice. The count now 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A big punch out for Lash.
Now batting, number 9, Adam Mosier.
With nowhere to go, 2 outs. Up steps Adam Mosier. Gorloks currently hold a 3-run lead, trying to make it more. He drills one into center, and that'll fall down for a base hit. 1-run scores. Theodore on his horse. Play at the plate will not be in time. Everyone advances on the ball to the backstop. And it is 8-3 Webster. A big single from Nick Wroblewski extends the Gorloks lead. And the inning not over. It's next up, Dalton Groves. First pitch low and away. That one sharp hit down the line, fair, off the glove of Charlie. There will be a play at the plate, down, and he is out. Hart scores. Mosier gunned down, but another run is in for Webster as we head into the top of the 8th. Score now 9-3 Gorloks. Gorloks put up a second crooked number, a 5 spot and a 4 spot in this game. Put the Gorloks up by 6 runs in the final 2 innings. Hunt in his 8th inning of work as that one's drilled to right center. And a fantastic catch at the warning track. My goodness, Adam Mosier taking a long run to get to that one. And there's one away. So he gets a cheer from the Gorloks bench. With one away, up steps Luke Walton. First pitch swinging. Be into the opposing bullpen. Greifeld went 8 innings yesterday. Carter looking to do the same. Some chin music. Count one apiece. Pitch taken high. The 2-1. Chopper to the right side. Wheel takes a good glove on that one. Catching it on the skip. And there's 2 away.
Now batting number 3, Emiliano Ramos.
Wheel's been excellent at first this afternoon. Making some critical plays to the Gorlocks. Now 2 gone. Ramos will try to keep the inning going for the Eagles. And he'll do just that as he drills one to left field off the Pepsi logo. Ramos taking a big round, going in for second, and he'll be there. A 2-out double from the second baseman. Keeps the inning alive for La Crosse. A rocket off the bat, 103 from Ramos. The baton is handed off to Keegan Fleischman. First pitch finds the zone. Pickoff attempt. No. Very close. I believe the ball was dropped either way. A nice attempt by Hunt and Charleston. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Tipped into the mitt for strike 2. Hunt just 1 strike away. The delivery. Chopper to the left side. Throw across the diamond is not in time. Runner taken off for home. There won't be any play there. And good heads-up base running by Ramos. Scoring another run for La Crosse, inching them just a tad bit closer as we will have a call to the bullpen. Hunt's day is done, going 7 2/3. Responsible for the man on first. We'll be right back. Andrew Palm hit a homer earlier in this game, stepping up against Wes Carter, new man on the mound for Webster. First pitch is down low. Carter came in yesterday to shut the door on Buena Vista. Only took 3 batters, punched out 2 of them. Now trying to shut the door on the 8th. The 2-0 down low. And a 3-0 count for Andrew Palm. Fleshman still at first. Able to find the zone. Now a hitter's count for the catcher. Here it comes. That one given a ride to left center. Tracking it is Theodore. And it's over his head and off the wall. Being waved around as Fleischman. No play anywhere. Spiked into the ground on the cutoff. And now it's 9-5 Webster. The Crosse closing the distance with their 2-out rally. And we'll have another pitching change. Carter facing 1 batter. As we'll have another call to the bullpen. We'll be right back. The Gorlocks, after recording the first 2 outs, have just been unable to record the last one. A large 2-out rally for the Eagles, putting themselves within save distance now. And the inning far from over. Sam Vineyard coming in to pinch hit with Eli Rampala Matthews looking to take care of the 8th inning. The 0-1, taken outside. The 1-1 shot up the middle should be playable. Throw to one is in time. The Gorlocks escape a jam. And 3 outs to take care of La Crosse. First, they'll try to put up some insurance in the bottom of the frame. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Number 30, Ethan Wheels.
Brady Lash into his second inning of relief. Trying to keep this one within arm's length for the Eagles. Leading things off will be Ethan Wheel. The 0-1, a nice take outside. Wind still blowing out from right field this afternoon. Mentioned earlier, only getting colder this afternoon as well. Still an overcast day as Wheel hits it the other way. Should be playable. Throw to one is in time.
Now batting, number 19, Reed Hippis.
And with one gone, up next, Reed Hippis. Hippis has started 2 innings with a hit this afternoon. Taking one away, count 2-0 to Reed. Takes a big hack at one outside. Reed 2 for 3 on the day. Also swiped a bag. Scored the first run of the inning in the third and the first run in the seventh. The only frames where the Gorlocks have scored, but both of them being crooked numbers. A 5 spot in the third and a 4 spot in the seventh have been the big blows against La Crosse. Hippis stays alive. Stay tuned after this game. Buena Vista will face off against North Park. North Park pulling off an upset against La Crosse yesterday. Here's the payoff. Downstairs for ball 4. A great plate appearance for Reed. And the baton is handed off to Jacob Charlson.
Now batting, number 5, Jacob Charlson.
Again, we've seen the Eagles can string together hits. Gorlocks would love some insurance in the bottom of the 8th. Southpaw Lash putting a good eye on Hippus over at first. The 1-0. Taken inside. See if Jacob swings 2-0. He does and fouls it off into the lot. Charleston still looking for his first hit on the day. Got hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Runner takes off, but it'll be a foul ball. Charleston smartly running down the line in case the turf brings it another way. Lash brings it from 2-0 to 2-2. Hippett stays put. And another foul ball off the screen. Charleston also had a hitless day yesterday. Trying to look for his first hit of the weekend, but he will take his base. Or no, excuse me, he will not. Taking his base is Reed Hippus, sliding into second, and the count is now full. Man in scoring position for JC. 1 out. Here's the payoff. Fouled off again. Charleston putting up a solid at-bat, but trying to make something of it. Man on second, 1 gone. The delivery. Taken low and away for ball 4. An excellent plate appearance for Jacob Charleston as he hands off the baton to Brandon Trissell. We've seen no action in the lacrosse bullpen since Curtis got pulled. And still no one heading out there, so it looks like they're going to expect Lash to at least finish this inning. If they don't have another on the mound. Braden came in to pinch hit for Pelliser. So he gets fooled on the off speed. And into that at bat, first pitch he saw laid down a bunt single to load the bases and really catch that 3rd inning on fire. But now he stands down the count, 0-2, and he stays alive. The 0-2 from Lash. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back pick is no good, but there's 2 away.
Now batting, James Theodore.
And now with 2 gone, 2 men on. Up steps James Theodore from the top of the lineup. See Charlie Rowan once again creeping in on that left side of the infield, trying to prevent a bunt. But there's a chance James squeezes it to the right. He'll swing away. Fouls it towards the Eagles bullpen. The 1-1. Rip to the left, but a nice stop by Rowan to keep it in front of him and end the inning. Brady Lash gets out of it unscathed, but the Gorlocks just 3 outs away from shutting the door on the Eagles. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. To the 9th we go. Eli Rampala Matthews facing the 8-9-1 of the Eagles order, starting with Evan Schmidt. Mentioned earlier, Schmidt making his collegiate debut. In his first ever at-bat, got a double to left center. Putting a nice bat on the ball. Comes up in a big spot here, trying to open the inning strong for La Crosse. The 0-1. In there for a strike. Eli up in the count, 0-2. Looking to start it with a K. Good take outside. Schmidt currently 1 for 3 on the day. That double, a strikeout, and a ground out. Grounder up the middle. Hutchings has it, throw to first. And a nice pick by Wielt. He's been excellent at first. And there's one away. Shout out to Talon Hutchins at second as well, coming into this one. First ball he sees, a 1-0-2 to his left side. Or to his right side, excuse me. Having to go across the body to make that play. And with one gone, up steps Chris Calico. Does a matrix move. And it's 1-0. Next one in there. Calico hit by a pitch his last time up. Takes a ball near his knees. The 2-1. Grounded the other way. Wilt has it. Takes it himself. And the Gorloks now just 1 out away from getting their second win on the weekend. Crosse will have to start a hitting train if they want any chance down to their final out. First pitch taken high. The 1-0 in there. So far, Matthews has taken care of every batter he's faced. The 1-1, does he go around? He does. Levy unable to hold up. And now the Eagles down to their final strike. Down by 4, no one on, 2 outs. The pitch. Does he go? No. The appeal at first. Not go the Gorloks' way, and the count's 2s across the board. Rampala Matthews trying to shut the door on the Eagles. Here it comes. Slow tapper off the plate. Wroblewski has it. Throw to 1. Will not be in time. Levy beats out the throw, and the inning continues. The baton handed off to Charlie Rowan. Currently sitting at 5 hits in the Webster Invitational. First one in there. Currently 5 for 8 this weekend. Charlie's had a hot bat. But in a big spot now, he delivers, sending a base hit into right. And the game continues. Next up, Luke Walton. Walton 0 for on the day. But now would be the biggest time of them all to get a hit. Tying run stands on deck. First pitch low and away from Eli. Second inning in a row with a 2-out rally from the Eagles. After retiring the first 2 batters. See if Walton takes till he gets a strike. The 2-0. Down the gut. Count stands at 2-1. The pitch. Grounder up the middle. This should do it. Running over to second, and that's the game. The Gorloks take this one by a final score of 9-5 in their second win of the weekend. Want to thank you for tuning in to the Gorloks Sports Network. My name is Kellen Fernack.
I'm Matt Rumping.
And stay tuned. 1 hour, North Park will face off against Buena Vista. Don't go anywhere.